Dorit, your question. It's a very long question. He agrees. Yeah. Well, the first answer is that there is only one duty. There is no such thing as a duty to the family and a duty to the outside world and a duty for night and a duty for day. We are governed by duty.
La première chose,
No, that answer is complete in itself. But just to explain a little further, I will answer more and tell you that if we are satisfied with just doing the duty to others, there is no problem. We want to satisfy others, make others happy also. That is how this problem comes. You know, there used to be a time in England when there used to be something called a baker's dozen, which was actually 13. Now, why I say this is because it's, of course, a joke also. When you have plenty of time and when you have plenty of resources, you can do more than what is necessary. In those days, there was plenty of wheat, less population, so the baker could give you one more loaf every time you took a dozen loaves. It was to please the customer. Similarly, when we have nothing else to do, we are welcome to please our relations with more than what is necessary to be done. But now we are in a situation where we have less and less time and more to do. That's one thing. The other is, you have also a duty to yourself. And spiritual wisdom has always said, unless you do your duty to yourself, you cannot possibly do your duty to others. The principle is the same, like we have a right, almost let us say a divine right, to have our needs fulfilled but not our wants. Similarly, our duty is also to be limited to what has to be done as a duty and no more. The final answer is given in Autobiography of the Master, Volume 2, and you should all read it.
Yep.
I said just to make sure they buy the book. One concept in Sahaj Marg which is most appropriate in this context is that even a transmission must be of the exact dosage that is necessary. Just because you love an abhyasi, you cannot go on transmitting. There is always the consideration of the deservingness of the abhyasi, and the second consideration of the abhyasi's capacity to absorb the transmission. I would suggest this idea of dosage should also be considered as appropriate to her duty. What is necessary should be done and no more. There is also another concept about friends. I have told you this many times before. Because very often when this question of duty and responsibility to family comes, it is really the friends who are involved. Master has said the only friend is the master. Because the spiritual definition of friend is one who is willing to give his life for you. And the master is doing this every time he transmits. That is why it is called pranasya prana, life of life. Another idea I would suggest in this same context. Sir once said that we should be grateful for everything that we receive. But it is impossible to go about expressing our gratitude to everything that we have got. Yes, you know, you cannot say thank you to the chicken for giving the egg, thank you. So we fulfill our duty to everything in one grand act of gratitude to the master and say thank you, master, for everything that I received. We believe that we can get nothing which the master will not permit us to take. So the chickens may lay their eggs, but we will not get unless the master wishes us to get it. You see, this is not a joke, because if you consider that when you pray to master, you get everything. Why don't you pray to the chicken and to the cow and to the fruit tree? See, it is the spiritual law that what you get does not depend on what nature produces. Nature produces in profusion, but we will not get until he permits us. I am trying to suggest that we should look at duty in the same way. And when we perform our duty to the master, all our duty is over. He looks after the rest for our sake. This is nothing but, again, going back to the idea of surrender, that even our duty we surrender to the master. Because what we do in surrender is to surrender ourselves. The self is surrendered. When the self has gone, no, whose is the duty? So the existence of these conflicts indicates the existence of the I.